Fantastic. Good morning, everybody. Congratulations. You made it. Day 2. You made it to a 9 o'clock session. That is an accomplishment in itself already. We really got to get started here because it is already 9:02, and as some of you might know, I'm German. We are already 2 minutes late. That makes me nervous. So thanks, everybody, for joining us this morning. My name is Ann Michaels. I work in the office marketing department in Redmond, and I'm here today with the wonderful...
Hi, I'm Carissa Larson, and I work in the Office 365 admin team on the engineering side, and we are here to give you a presentation on what's new in Office 365 administration. I'm so excited to be here this morning.
Exactly. So let's start with a question. Who of you knows this? This? Oh, I see a lot of people getting excited. This is my old phone, the Nokia 6021, which was launched in 2005. It's a fantastic phone. You could do so many things with it. You could call somebody. You could send text messages. You could even play Snake. Anybody here who had this phone? Yeah, quite a few people. Well, didn't you love it? And didn't you love most that you could just drop it anytime and nothing would ever happen? This phone was literally unbreakable. But unfortunately, calling somebody, sending text messages, playing Snake, that was pretty much it. All the things that I use my smartphone for today, like watching Games of Thrones, listening to Rise Against, or tweeting semi-intelligent things on Twitter, not possible with my Nokia 6021. But of course, I got to a point where technology had evolved. All my friends, they had smartphones that could do so much more. So I also eventually retired my Nokia 6021 and got a smartphone. Now think about Office 365 administration. In Office 365, or with Office 365, it's an always evolving service. We release new features and functionality on a regular basis to better enable you so that you can enable your people to be creative and work together securely. Just last year, we released 150 features. So what does that mean for the administration tools? Well, they need to continuously evolve as well. And that is really our promise to you, that we will continue to evolve the Office 365 administration tools to make them smarter, to always enable you to manage Office 365 effectively. And we believe that smart admin tools, they need to be personalized. Just like my smartphone, the admin tools, they should know you. They should know how you like to manage Office 365. They should know what information is important for you. Smart admin tools also need to be actionable. You shouldn't have to search for information. The right information should always be there, right at your fingertips when you need it. Complex tasks shouldn't be complex. They should be straightforward. And most importantly, admin tools need to be able to do more. I know we have a lot of customers here today from enterprise organizations. And of course, you have different requirements than admins that work in a small business. And our admin tools need to support your advanced enterprise requirements so that you can manage Office 365 effectively. And I can already tell you, we will be talking about some new admin centers today. But before we do that, let's take a look at how the admin center is getting more personalized. Carissa, do you want to show us?
Absolutely. So when Anne was talking about her Nokia, let's think back when she wanted to go and let's say go to a restaurant. What would she have to do? She would have to go onto her laptop and find the restaurant that she wants to go to, then call them up, make a reservation, find all of the directions to get there, and then she would get there and hope that they still had her reservation. With her smartphone, it's all kind of integrated into one experience. She can search for the restaurant that she goes to, and she can make the reservation right there in the app, and she can then get directions, and it navigates her there. Kind of like that, I'm going to show you some experiences that we're working on inside of the admin center that bring tasks and they bring them together in a streamlined experience in order to help you do the tasks you need to do day to day faster and more streamlined. So I'm just going to jump right into some demos here to get you guys kind of situated in what we're working on in the admin center. So Anne here is inside of my organization, but she is leaving, and I am kind of concerned about her leaving because she might take some emails and share them outside. She's been doing some kind of naughty stuff. So I'm going to click this button here to offboard this user. And I want to block her access because she might kind of steal those emails. And so I have a button here to just immediately block her access to the emails and to her OneDrive. Once I click that, that's done. I don't have to go and search for where that block access is. Now I have the option in here to transfer the ownership of her OneDrive to someone else so that they have access to her files. So I'm going to search here, and I'm going to give access to Brady Edelman. He is the admin in my organization. I think he should have access, and so I can just click Next. Once I click Next, he has access to those OneDrive files. Then I want to handle her email, give other people access to her email. And so I can just see right here that I can create a shared mailbox and I can give access to several different people. I don't need to find where I need to create that shared mailbox. It's all in this flow of offboarding the user. We're really trying to streamline the tasks so that we make it easier for you to handle those day-to-day scenarios. And so I'm going to give access to Baiju here, to Brady again because he's the admin, and maybe Gopi is her manager. And I want to make sure they all have access to her emails as we're going through this process of offboarding Anne as a user. Next, when I click that Next button, I've created that shared mailbox, and now I can send an email to educate Baiju and Gopi and Brady about the fact that they have access to this shared mailbox and what they need to do with it. If I think that they already know what they need to do, I can skip this, but now I'm just going to send it. I'm all done. I've created that shared mailbox. I've transferred ownership of the OneDrive files. I've blocked her access so she can't come in and do naughty things inside of my organization. And it's all streamlined. It's very quick, very easy for you to do. And so now I can go and I can see that shared mailbox. We're thinking through more scenarios of how we can streamline these admin tasks for you, and we would love to get your feedback. At the end, we're going to direct you to a blog post that we published today. If you guys want to come in and if you have other things that you need to do, kind of everyday tasks that you would love to see us streamline in this fashion, please come in and give us feedback about it. We would absolutely love to hear that. All right, so this is the end of my shared mailbox demo. I'm going to switch to another demo. We've heard from you as admins that there's a lot of tasks that you need to do occasionally, but there are many tasks that you need to do every single day, and they are front and center. They are always on the top of your mind, and we want to make sure that it's very easy for you to get to them and that you can really focus on those tasks and focus on the things that you need to do day to day. And so inside of the Admin Center, we're trying to personalize it, and we are trying to give you the tasks that you need to do day to day. And so I'm going to show you our focused admin experience that we're working on, and it's really trying to focus in on those top tasks that we see inside of the admin center. And those are kind of managing users, controlling your billing, making sure that you have the right licenses assigned. And so you can see here that we have removed some of the kind of clutter inside of the Admin Center homepage, and we've really focused on those tasks. And we've also focused the navigation to make sure that you can really get to those quickly. But let's say reports is also important to you. You want to make sure that you see how your users are managing how they are using the services that they are provided. And I want to add that to this navigation. So every time that I log in, I can quickly see it. So I'm going to go more here. And you can see all of the things that we have in the Admin Center today. They're still available for me. They're just kind of removed from that focused experience. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to edit it. Come on, Wi-Fi. Once it loads here, you're going to see that I can add reports or any other of those left nav items into my left nav experience that's collapsed. So I might come back and show this to you if it can load for me. I think we're having trouble with the Wi-Fi. But once you kind of see that experience, you know that you can add the things that are really important to you. So I was going to show you adding reports as well as adding the Security and Compliance Center, so that if you're really concerned about security and you want to keep an eye on it and you want to see how users are using your organization, you can come right into the left-hand nav, and it's in that collapsed experience. Another thing that we are working on to try and make the Admin Center personalized for you guys so that you have the information available to you is our concept of recommendations. So we have access to a bunch of metadata as Microsoft and as Office 365. And that is super valuable, and we want to make sure that we're giving you the right information at the right time in order to make informed decisions of what the best way is to manage your organization. And so who here knows what some of the top passwords are for end users? I think password is one of the top ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is one of the top ones. People tend to make very convenient decisions for their passwords, but that's not always the safest thing for them to do, right? And we have had, kind of best practices for a while that say, hey, we want to make sure that users are changing their passwords every 3 months, every 6 months, just making sure that they're updating those so that they can't be subject to brute force attacks. But we have a security team at Microsoft that has been analyzing end user behavior. And what we see when they change them every 3 to 6 months is that they actually choose those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 password, very easy to break passwords. And it's actually more susceptible to attacks when you force that sort of end user behavior. So we've updated our recommendations to say that, hey, you should have your users have a password that never expires because they make better decisions and they will choose hard to attack passwords, and they will kind of remember them because they only have that one password to remember for the life of their access to Office 365. We've made these recommendations. We have a default policy. We want to make sure that you're updating your default expiry policy to our updated recommendations, and so we're going to surface that inside of the Admin Center for you. And so you can see here that we have a recommendation that says, hey, our default policy has been 90 days, but we are suggesting, based off of the research that we've done, that you update this so you continue to have a secure organization. So I'm going to go ahead and view this recommendation. I see a little bit more information about the research that we've done. I can go to the article that we've published. I can get more information about why I should be updating this policy. But if I do believe us at Microsoft is, hey, I think that's a pretty good idea to do, I can just go right here, and I can say, hey, I'm going to update that, and they're never going to expire. And once I click Save here, it's done. Just one click, very easy, very simple to do. If I wanted to choose a different expiry policy, say maybe I thought I should update it to be very long, I could choose, every 5 years it expires. But if I just want to do the recommended policy, I can click Save, and then it's done. And we're looking at other scenarios that we can surface these actionable insights to you inside of the Admin Center. And I think Anne is going to tell us a little bit more about some actionable information that we're adding to the Admin Center.
Thanks, Carissa. So we believe that admin tools for you to be able to effectively manage Office 365, they need to be really actionable. Let's come back to our phone example again. So I am a person, I can get very coffee hangry. So if I want coffee and there's none around, just don't talk to me. So in the past, that has sometimes been a challenge because I travel a lot for work, right? And, well, try to find a good coffee shop in Japan. If you don't speak a single word Japanese, you cannot read any signs, I spent hours trying to find a good coffee shop. So now, of course, it's all way much easier because I simply use my smartphone. And my smartphone does not only tell me where the coffee shop is, it also tells me which ones are really good because it shows me reviews. So I can really find the best coffee shop in the city. And at the same time, my smartphone, when I look the coffee shop up, it will also show me how to get there. And it will give me a warning in case the coffee shop is about to close. So it will give me the right information, actionable information, at the right time. And in Office 365, in our administration tools, we're also focusing on giving you the right information and actionable information at the right time. And you've especially been seeing that in the area of usage reporting. So let's jump here into our usage reporting dashboard. Anybody here who was in our usage reporting session yesterday? A few? Well, fantastic. You guys can just take a nap in the next 10 minutes. But for all of those of you who weren't there, so this is our usage reporting dashboard in the Admin Center that gives you an overview of how your users are using and adopting Office 365. And it shows you information, for example, for Exchange or OneDrive or SharePoint. But many of you have shared that, of course, you also want to know how your organization is using Microsoft Teams. So when we launched this dashboard last year in March, Microsoft Teams wasn't even available yet. But of course, now it is. So we have been continuously evolving this dashboard as well. Actually, when we started, or when we launched it for the first time last year, it contained about 8 reports. Now we have over 22 reports actually for you to choose from. And that also now includes 2 new reports for Microsoft Teams. So we have added 2 new reports that enable you to understand how your organization is using Microsoft Teams. And we have also added a new card here to the dashboard that gives you a quick overview of the activity that is happening in the service, and that especially shows you how many active users you have. So in the bar here at the bottom, the blue part, that shows you the amount of active users you have. And the white part, that is the amount of licensed users you have. So you can really see how many of your people are already taking advantage of Microsoft Teams. So let's jump into it. So we have 2 reports. The first one is the Microsoft Teams User Activity Report, which shows you which activity is most popular for your users when they use Microsoft Teams. So you can see how many of your users engage in chat messages, how many of them communicate via private messages, and also how many engage in calls or meetings. At the bottom, you can see that information broken down to the individual user. So for each of your users, you can see how they use Microsoft Teams. As many of you know, we have a privacy feature in the Admin Center, which we have used here to anonymize our reports, because many of you have very strict privacy guidelines in your organization, and you don't want people to actually see who the particular users are. If I hadn't done that, this user column would actually say Carissa Larson, for example. Then the second report is the Microsoft Teams app usage report. This report shows you how your users connect to Microsoft Teams, including mobile devices. So you can get a good idea of the devices that are being used in your organization, as well as how many people work on the go. So these two reports are not available in the Admin Center yet. You have to wait a tiny little bit longer. But when I say a tiny little bit, that really means it. These two reports will become available to all of you in about 2 weeks. But of course, when we look at administration in the organization, it's not always only the IT department that is tasked with driving usage and adoption. Often there are also non-admins, like an adoption strategist, who are tasked to drive usage and adoption. And for them to effectively do their job, they need to have access to these usage reports as well. Until now, in order to access the usage reports, you had to be a global admin or a product-specific admin. But of course, an adoption strategist, they don't need to see all these details. So to help you share information with non-admins and to help you to share usage analytics with those non-admins, we are introducing a new reports reader role that you can assign easily to anybody in your organization directly here in the Admin Center. For example, here in my case, I have assigned the reports reader role to Shilpi. So she can now access the Admin Center and see the reports, but she can only see the areas in the Admin Center that are related to driving usage and adoption. So for example, she won't be able to change any of the settings, or she won't be able to access the product-specific admin centers. At the same time, she will also be able to access the adoption content pack and Power BI, and she can also, of course, retrieve data from the Microsoft Graph usage reporting APIs. So this new role is available for you in the Admin Center today. So let me ask a quick question. How many of you are using the Office 365 adoption content pack in Power BI? A few? Fantastic, great. So we announced yesterday in our session that the Office 365 adoption content pack in Power BI will reach GA at the beginning of next year. And also, the Office 365 adoption content pack in Power BI, yes, we could not have chosen a shorter name, will be renamed to Office 365 Usage Analytics. And at GA, a new version will become available that will include more functionality and more data and metrics, especially around teamwork, because it will also bring in the data from Microsoft Teams, from Office 365 groups, and from Yammer groups. So let's take a look. This here is a sneak peek at the new version of Office 365 Usage Analytics, which will become available to all of you at the beginning of next year. And so we have here our pre-built dashboard of Office 365 Usage Analytics, which gives you a cross-product view of how your users are using and adopting Office 365. And in this new version, all of the cross-product views will, of course, include information about Microsoft Teams. We're also adding completely new reports to the dashboard, like, for example, the active user count by product. And we're also adding more sections. For example, we're adding a completely new section on social collaboration that really helps you understand how people work in teams in your organization and how they leverage Microsoft Office 365 and especially Microsoft Teams to do so. So let's dive into this a little bit more. We have created a new report for Microsoft Teams that does not only show you at a quick glance how many users you have, but it also shows you how many active teams you have. That is actually a report that we're currently working on, and that will also become available in the Admin Center in the next couple of weeks. And we're also showing you which activities in Microsoft Teams are most popular in your organization and how that has evolved over time. As you can see here in our demo tenant, especially channel messages have become more popular for people to engage in and to communicate with in our organization. So this will become available to all of you at the beginning of next year. But we have one more announcement in the area of usage reporting. The Office 365 usage reporting graph APIs that enable you to access your usage data programmatically so that you can include it into existing solutions that you might have, like a monitoring dashboard. Those APIs will reach or are reaching GA this week, and we're also adding a new JSON endpoint to them. Another area where it is highly important for you to get actionable information is service health, of course. If your organization is impacted by a service incident, you want to find out about it right when it happens, because you might want to inform your help desk, or you might want to send a communication to your people to inform them about a possible workaround. So we are happy to announce the preview of service help email notifications. With this functionality, whenever your organization is impacted by a service incident, you will receive an email notification directly to your inbox so that you can find out about it right when it happens. Because not all of us go to the Admin Center all the time, but of course we do check our email pretty much every 20 seconds. I mean, let me ask you a question here. And this is a little bit more of a personal question, but it's okay. You're in a room with your 500 best friends and me. So how many of you checked their email this morning before getting out of bed? Me too. I have to admit, I do that too. It's a little bit weird, right? But we check our email all the time. And that's why service health email notifications are so important. So this week, we're announcing that this feature is rolling out as preview. So if you want to sign up for that preview, please send us an email to shd_preview_signup@service.microsoft.com. Another area where it is highly important for you to have actionable information is change management. In the cloud, or before the cloud, before Office 365, you were responsible for releasing new features and new software into your environment. In Office 365, Microsoft is responsible. But many of you have shared that you would like to have better visibility into what features are coming to your environment. Because you might want to prepare your help desk. You might want to inform your users. You might want to start an adoption campaign. All actions that you might want to take to assure a successful rollout. So we are happy to announce that we are introducing the concept of major updates to the Message Center. So what is a major update? A major update is pretty much a major change. Like, for example, a new feature, a new service, or a change that requires administrative action. So to help you with that, we are adding a new carousel. There we go. We are adding a new carousel to the top of the Message Center that highlights all major updates. And also, for every major update, we will send you a notification, both in the Message Center and also via email at the time when we announce the feature. There will be a second communication at the time when it starts to roll out to first release, and a third one when it starts to roll out broadly. And the communication that we send to you when the feature goes into first release, that will indicate very clearly how many days that feature will stay in first release. Every feature will stay, every major update feature will stay in first release for a defined period of time, so that you really know how much time you have to prepare for that feature, and that you have enough time, of course, to prepare for that feature as well. But many of you do not only want to stay in the know with major updates, you in general want to know what is happening in the message center. You in general want to know about all the updates that we're bringing to the service. But as we said, not everybody comes to the admin center to check their message center every day. That's where the weekly digest comes in. The weekly digest is a weekly email summary of your message center messages that delivers or that comes to your inbox once a week. And we're happy to announce that the weekly digest has now reached GA and is becoming available to all customers worldwide. So you will see the weekly digest come to your inbox between now and December. Of course, if you don't want to get any of these notifications, you can edit your preferences directly in the message center and disable those notifications. But these are all features, all improvements that we are making to really help you to prepare for new features and services so that you can assure a successful rollout by making sure that your end users are informed and by training them. But of course, not only end users need to learn. In the modern workplace with cloud-based management, we all need to learn all the time because new features are becoming available on the administrative side as well. And I mean, that's why we all work in technology, right? We all love new features and functionality. We all love to learn about them. That is also the reason why we are all here at Ignite this week. But of course, Ignite, unfortunately, doesn't happen every week. So we are introducing new training for admins that help you to better learn about Office 365 management. So we are updating the training tile in the admin center that you see here. And we are providing you with new admin training in partnership with LinkedIn. We are making 7 admin learning courses available to you that are all coming from LinkedIn Learning. And you as an admin, you have free access now to the majority of the lessons in those courses. For example, a general overview, Office 365 deployment, or down here, Office 365 troubleshooting, availability, and usage. How many of you have had an end user complain about a service not working? Yeah, let me ask the question the other way around. Anybody here in the room who has never had an end user come up to them telling them that something's broken? IT departments get the craziest complaints. My favorite one? The internet isn't working. I think I broke it. That happens, but troubleshooting can sometimes help in those moments, right? But of course, we also talked about earlier how usage reporting can help you identify users who are not using a service to its full extent yet, so that you can get really targeted in your end user communication and training efforts. But of course, the question is, then where do you point your end users? How do you help them get started with Office 365? So we have improved the Office 365 Training Center, which is a website that is available to anybody. You do not have to be authenticated to access this website. And we have added new videos. And and also let's jump into here. That is actually the wrong link. Let's check. Let's try this. That's what I was looking for. Fantastic. So this is the Office 365 Training Center. So we have added new videos, new quick start guides, and new templates. All resources. We have over 120 resources on this training page right now that help you to get your end users quickly up and running with Office 365. My favorite ones are the 5-minute basic videos. Because let's be honest, we all don't have time for training, right? And our end users, of course, don't have time for training either. But these videos are fantastic because they're just 5 minutes and they're really easy to fit in. So really helpful resource to point your end users to. Also this week, we launched the Microsoft Tech Academy. The Tech Academy is a new platform for IT Pro learning and readiness that combines courses and videos and learning resources from several platforms. Because as some of you might know, there are a lot of platforms and websites out there that provide learning on Office 365 and on other Microsoft topics. So we're bringing all of that together in one place in the Tech Academy so that you don't have to search for the right courses. Also, what is really helpful in the Tech Academy is that the Tech Academy provides you with learning pathways. So if there is a specific area that you want to learn about, let's say somebody is an IT pro and you want to get started on something completely different, like in the development area, you can go to the Tech Academy and the Tech Academy will tell you which courses you should be taking to get to that learning goal. So, let me take a sip of water. Because now we want to talk about the really exciting stuff. So we believe that administration tools, they need to be actionable. They need to be personalized. But most importantly, they also need to be able to do more. And they need to support the requirements of our enterprise customers. Let's think about our phone example again. A smartphone today can do so much more than just being a phone. My smartphone can be a heart rate monitor. It can be a calculator. It can be a compass. But of course, not everybody needs all that functionality. If I'm not a runner, I might not need the heart rate monitor. If I'm not a Boy Scout, I might not need the compass. And that is, of course, the same with Office 365 administration. Enterprise customers have different needs than our small business customers. So we have heavily been focusing on adding more functionality to the Office 365 Admin Center and our administration tools. Especially around delegation. Because, of course, IT management in many organizations is split among various members of the IT department. In big companies, you often have different divisions, like a West Coast division or an East Coast division, and you have IT staff who is responsible for managing users, who is responsible for setting policies and restricting access for users in that region, and only for users in that region. So you as a global admin, you want to grant those divisional admins access so that they can manage the users in that region. But you want them to only manage the users in that region. So to help you with that, we are introducing support for scoped admin roles in the Admin Center. Thank you. So this is support for the Azure administrative units that some of you might know already because they have been in preview for a while already. And with Azure AD administrative units, you can create a group of users, you can define a group of users, and then delegate access for that group of users. So in our example here, I have used PowerShell. That's what you got to use for admin units right now. I have used PowerShell to create a West Coast admin unit. And then I have populated that admin unit with members only from that region. Afterwards, I have assigned, in the next step, I have assigned the IT staff from the West Coast. I have assigned them, I have added them to the admin unit as a so-called scoped admin. By doing that, I give them now access to manage the users in the West Coast unit. So let's take a look at how that looks like for the admin when they come into the admin center. So when the scoped admin comes into the admin center, we are here on our active users page. They will see a drop-down here at the top that shows them the scope that they are assigned to. In our example here, I have been assigned to the North Coast region. Because of that, I only see users from the North Coast here in my active users page. Now, if I have been assigned to multiple scopes, I will see multiple options in the drop-down that I can choose from, because I, as an admin, have also been assigned to the West Coast. So I can now easily switch to West Coast, and that also changes the users that I'm seeing here on my active users page. So this feature will become available to you in the next couple of weeks. One thing to call out is we're currently in preview. So at the beginning, this will only apply to user management. So only to the active users page, the guest users page, and the deleted users page. But of course, many of you do not only use the main admin center. Many of you also use the product-specific admin centers. How many SharePoint admins do we have in the room here? Quite a lot, fantastic. So SharePoint, as you all know, has been adding more and more functionality, has actually been announcing a lot of functionality in the last couple of months that is especially focused on improving the SharePoint end-user experience and on making the SharePoint end-user experience simpler and more intuitive and more powerful. Well, we believe that the SharePoint administration experience should be just as simple, just as powerful, and just as intuitive as the SharePoint end-user experience. So we are currently working on revamping the SharePoint Admin Center. And the new SharePoint Admin Center will become available to all of you at the beginning of next year, but you can already sign up for the preview today. Simply go to aka.ms, join admin preview. So let's take a look. The new SharePoint Admin Center will make it more effectively and easier for you to manage SharePoint, and it draws heavily from our modern design principles. So on the new homepage, you will see information that is important to you. Like, for example, you can see how your organization is using SharePoint. And of course, that is information coming from our usage reports. But we're also bringing in message center notifications, both for SharePoint as well as for OneDrive. So you can directly see here on the homepage what is happening, if there are any updates, and makes it easy for you to stay up to date with SharePoint and OneDrive. And we're also showing you any notifications from the Service Health dashboard. So in case your organization or SharePoint in your organization is impacted by a service incident, you will see that directly here on the homepage. We also have improved the site management experience. The new site management experience borrows heavily from the modern experience in SharePoint Online sites. And we have added more functionality so that you have a one-stop location to manage the most important aspects of your SharePoint Online sites. So you can sort and filter the information on your sites here, and you will also be able to bulk edit sites. But SharePoint isn't the only product that is getting a new admin center. As all of you have heard in the keynote, Microsoft Teams is evolving as the primary client for intelligent communications, and it will replace the current Skype for Business client over time. So we are introducing a new Microsoft Teams and Skype Admin Center that will make it easier for manage both Microsoft Teams and Skype. And the new Admin Center will bring together all the various tools that we have today, and it will consolidate them in one single unified administration experience. And that, of course, includes the Microsoft Teams settings that you can find in the main Office 365 Admin Center today, in the Apps and Settings page. That's where you manage Microsoft Teams today. So we are bringing these over, and we'll also add more functionality. For example, right now, you can only manage Microsoft Teams at the tenant level. Going forward, you will also be able to manage it at the individual user level and set policies at the individual user level. I know a lot of you have been waiting for that. And that, of course, also includes information from the call quality dashboard and from call analytics, two tools that are actually not available in the current Skype for Business Admin Center. But going forward, we will bring call analytics or analytics into the Admin Center to enable specific scenarios. For example, to enable you to see configuration details of a user side by side with information about their call quality and meeting quality. And of course, we will bring in all the functionality that we have today in the Skype for Business Admin Center, adding more functionality here as well. So this here is a sneak peek, a first design mock-up of the new Microsoft Teams and Skype Admin Center. The homepage of the new Admin Center will show you important information, like, for example, call quality. And it will show you that information in cards, just like you're used to from the main Admin Center. And also, just like you're used from the main Admin Center, you will be able to customize this homepage. So you will be able to remove cards or rearrange them and move them around so that you have the ones that are most important to you right at the top and easily accessible at your fingertips. So this new Microsoft Teams and Skype Admin Center will become available to all of you later this year. And especially one card that some of you might want to move up to the top is the one that we currently see here at the bottom, which shows you where your users are located around the world. Because, of course, many of you work in multinational companies that have users and businesses in locations around the world. And some of you have very specific or have legal and corporate data residency needs. Oh, there we go. Some of you have legal data residency needs that require you to store data of your users locally. And so we are happy to announce this week that we are adding multi-geo capabilities to Office 365. Yeah, because for some of you in the past, or right now, that has been a challenge in actually adopting Office 365 or other cloud services. Because in order to store your user data in a compliant way in locations around the world, you often had to stand up on-premises data centers. With multi-geo, you can now have a single Office 365 tenant span across multiple Office 365 data center geos. And with this feature, you can then also choose for every single one of your users where their data at rest is stored. And this is a new feature that we're introducing in preview currently that will work both for new users as well as for existing users. We'll start in preview with Exchange Online and OneDrive, and we will add more we will add SharePoint to the list at the end of the year. And if you're interested in participating in this preview, please reach out to your Microsoft account manager. And with that, I'd like to hand it back to Carissa because, well, let's take a look at what's next.
Yeah, thank you, Anne. So I want to quickly, before we talk about what's coming next, I want to go back to our personalization experiences because I think the Wi-Fi is working now. Let's cross our fingers. And I can show you that navigation experience that we were trying to show before. So I can go in here. I'm going to add reports, save that, and you can see it's now in that collapsed experience. But I also want to add in the Security and Compliance Center. I can do that as well, and you can really personalize what that collapsed experience looks like. Now, you've also heard Anne talk about end users saying, I think I broke the internet. How many of you have also heard them say, email's not working, I don't know what's going on? Super hard to figure out what is actually going on, right? We're helping you figure that out in some of our new support experiences. So I want to show you quickly some of the telemetry that we're able to assist you with. We have kind of that metadata that I was talking about earlier available to us as Office 365, and we want to make sure that we share that with you when it is appropriate. So if I come in here and someone said, email is not working, I'm not sure what's going on, I need help, I'm just going to type in here, email not working, get help. And you can see I have my kind of traditional solutions of let Microsoft call me, and they will have a support agent that's able to help you. But I also have this having email delivery issues here. We've kind of analyzed this particular tenant, and we've seen that some of the MX records are configured incorrectly, and that may be the issue that's going on here. So out of the whole host of things that could be causing email delivery issues, we spotted something that may actually be the issue. It helps you as the admin to kind of get back to a good state inside of your tenant more quickly than if you kind of had to go through the whole host of issues that it may be. So I'm just going to go to the domains page here. And you can see on the domains page, we kind of have this call out and this alert of, hey, this Contoso 123, that may be causing the issue here. And if I open this up, I get a little bit of information about this particular domain and what may be the issue. And so I can kind of see and self-diagnose the issue based off of that metadata that we're sharing with you. Can you go back to the presentation? So now, what's coming next? How many of you guys have heard us talk about Microsoft 365? Yeah, quite a few of you. How many of you are wondering how that affects administration? A few of you. I'm going to show you how we're thinking about that in the small business space. So we have a Microsoft 365 for Business that combines devices as well as Windows, as well as our Office 365 administration. And we have a new administration portal that allows you to manage all of those experiences inside of one single portal for Microsoft 365 for Business. So if we go back to the demo here, this is that administration portal. And you can see in here, we have some of the traditional user management as well as billing that you see in our Office 365 administration portal, but we also have our device policies and our device actions. And so let's say if we go back to the example we used at the beginning of this presentation, Anne is leaving the organization. If she's in my Microsoft for Business organization, when she leaves, I'd be able to directly from the admin center here, go in and remove all of the company data from her device. And so this Fund Surface 4, that's her device. I want to go in and I want to remove company data from there. I can just select it, and I can confirm that I want to remove the company data from there. Very simple for me to do. We've successfully scheduled that we're going to remove that from her device, because you can manage the device from the administration portal here. And so our vision for kind of Microsoft 365 is that it's very simple to do all of the scenarios and all of the administration tasks around not only Office 365, but your devices, as well as your Windows administration tasks from the admin portal here. All right, and I think we're going to talk about what is coming on our roadmap next. Yeah. I'll hand it back to Anne.
Because we've talked about a lot of features, a lot of functionality today, right? And so we put together a little, or not so little roadmap to give you an overview so that you can really see in one glance when all of these features are becoming available. A few things that I want to call out that are available for you to use today is, on the one hand, the reports reader role. That is available for you in your admin center today. Also, the major updates, the message center updates, they will become available in the next couple of days. So you will start seeing those changes in your message center and start receiving notifications about major updates. You also see that when we look at 2018, a lot of, well, our roadmap is still a little bit sparse. Well, why is that? Because, you know, we move forward, that way around, we move forward very quickly. And we are actually defining right now what do we want to focus on at the beginning of next year. And that also depends on the feedback that we receive from you. So let me actually come back to the slide, but I want to first show you this. Nope, I should have put that in a different order. But anyhow, this is an AKA link that takes you to a blog post that summarizes everything that we talked about today. And we would really like to ask you, go to that blog post and use the comment functionality to give us feedback on the features that we talked about today, especially the ones that we're working on, because we really want to develop those together with you and make sure that they meet your needs. So now let's jump back to this slide, because we have more sessions, of course, here this week that focus on Office 365 administration. What we did today was we gave you an overview, but of course, all the topics that we talked about, there is so much more to talk about these topics. So if you're, for example, interested in the new SharePoint Admin Center, we recommend that you go to the specific session for that on Thursday. Or the multi-geo capabilities, please go to the specific session for that on Wednesday. And, of course, we would like to ask you all to fill out the evaluation for the session today. We would really, really appreciate if you do that, no matter if it's good feedback or bad feedback. We won't get mad at you. I mean, we might have to walk back to Seattle depending on the feedback that we get, but no, seriously. We read every single piece of feedback that we get. And Carissa and I, we have put a lot of work in putting this session together, so we'd really appreciate your feedback and your evaluation. And with that, we'd like to thank all of you for joining us this morning, and we'd like to open it up for questions. If you have a question, if you could please stand up and come to the microphone so that others can hear your question as well. And I will already tell you, if you have a question on multi-geo, please wait about 5 to 10 minutes, because my coworker, who is our expert on multi-geo, is joining us in a few minutes, and he will be the right person to answer all detailed questions on that. Yes, please. Am I still on? Hello? Oh, I think not. Perfect. So the question was if the Office 365 groups reporting data will become available in the content back usage analytics before GA. The answer is no. This will become available in the GA version.
If you can. So the in the home screen for the admin portal,
yeah.
I noticed on the main panel you've got a customize option. Will you be able to move the tiles around to suit at some point in the future? And when's that likely to come? Because we haven't got that yet.
You haven't? Oh, no. that has.
So it is available today. It doesn't have that customize the homepage. It's just a little pencil there. And
I haven't even got the pencil.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I will give you my card so that you can send me an email, because that should be available to all customers today. So I'd love to look into that. Next.
I know you guys kind of glanced over the SharePoint admin tool, but I noticed that some of the list of sites were things that we have not had visibility into before. Is that, did I see that correctly, that we can now see like the new communication sites that end users are creating that we had no idea where they were or any way to administrate any of that stuff? So is that, did I see that correctly?
Yes, you did see that correctly, that we're making more and more changes to that.
Thank you.
I suggest go to the session on Thursday to get all the details.
Thank you.
Yes, please.
The offboarding users feature, is that, when is that available?
So that will be available around the start of 2018. We're working on implementing that scenario specifically. And like I mentioned, we're working on other scenarios where we can streamline those flows. So please go into the blog post and give us feedback about other ones we should be working on.
Perfect. Do you know if you're going to be releasing the PowerShell scripts that correspond to those features as well, so you can automate that process?
That's really good feedback. I'm not sure if we're going to be doing that, but I think it's something we can look into.
Cool. And last one, is it going to be available on the phone?
I'm not sure about that one, but you would like to see it on the phone?
Yeah,
awesome.
For sure. I started managing on the phone recently. It's an awesome experience, like licensing and being able to do that while you're away, while you migrate a mailbox. It's fantastic.
Cool.
Yeah,
thank you
for your feedback. Thank you. Yes, please.
I'm actually waiting for multi-geo, but if you want me to ask it, I can.
He's here.
Oh, no, he just arrived.
Very good, very
okay.
good. So,
do you want to come up? And just sit. Yes, please.
So my question is, how granular will we be able to get with specifying where the data is located? Will we be able to say Luxembourg? Will we be able to say Sweden? Or is it just going to be, we're going to store your data? You know, how compliant are you going to be with data residency, I guess is the question.
Got it.
No worries.
I got an answer for you.
That's perfect.
Hey guys, sorry. So the question was, how compliant are we going to be with your granular data residency policies? So Office 365 offers a number of geos, which are both based on regional geographies as well as country-based geographies. So we've got programs that exist in Canada, Australia, the United Kingdom, India, and so forth. And then we have regional geographies like North America, EMEA, Asia-Pac, and so forth. So it all really depends on where we have the presence. That's where we can offer data residency guarantees. Okay. We don't have a presence in Luxembourg. We don't have a data center geography dedicated to Luxembourg, so we can't offer it in Luxembourg, but we can certainly offer it in EMEA or any one of the geographies that you choose there.
Okay, perfect. And it's all going to be GDPR compliant from
Well, see, the thing is, you know, this GDPR doesn't quite specify norms around data residency per se. Right. What it wants you to do is have the ability of tracking where your data is stored. You know, so from a multi-geo perspective, this addresses more of your organizational level data residency requirements and regulations that you may need to satisfy with your legal bodies around the world. GDPR is definitely, you know, pushing towards, you know, certain privacy regulations. Multi-geo is not a panacea to that, but it certainly can address perhaps some portions of it.
So just to circle back around to my first question, I'm sorry. So as far as the presence goes, so if you have a presence in, say, Sweden, we will be able to select Sweden as where we want our data to house, or are we still picking Europe and you're spreading it across different data centers at your choice?
Yeah, so we don't have a presence in Sweden. Okay. So if you select Europe, we're going to move your data around within the confines of Europe, and we're going to contractually commit to where we're going to move that data around. Okay. But if we do announce a go local, which we call is a country-based data residency, then you can certainly opt into that.
Okay, so that's on the roadmap. I'm guessing it's not available, but it's roadmap.
Well, building a data center is a huge operation. It's a $1 billion operation. So it certainly lines up with our future approach on this. I mean, as you can see, we've been launching a lot of country-based data centers, and there's certainly a rise in data nationalism, so we're continuing to address that. But yeah, hopefully in the future.
All right, thank you very much.
Yeah, cheers.
Yeah.
My company, automation became a big thing with ticketing systems.
And try again. Couldn't hear you.
Hi. In my company, automation's become a big thing as far as user management, like removing access to applications. Do you know in 365 if you're going to automate with service accounts so we can sync up with like CA Service Desk as an example, or ticketing systems to automatically remove user access based off days, basically, or like priority of the task?
Do you know?
Sorry, I was talking to someone else. What was it?
Do you know in the future if, with Office 365, if you're going to allow for automated user management for either creation or removal, and like link into CA Service Desk as an example, or Remedy or other systems?
So I don't think we have any plans laid out today, but I would love to hear, kind of the full scenario that you have around that you would like to see automated. Again, blog post is a great way. I will read every single piece of feedback that we get on the blog post, and we'll look at what we can do in order to automate those scenarios.
All right, thanks.
Yes, please.
About removing company data, how does the process go as far as differentiating it from the personal data? How are you going to do that?
You mean if somebody has stored personal data on their corporate OneDrive account?
Yes.
So when we have our Office apps that your end users have on their phone or on their personal devices, I don't know the exact details, but we can distinguish between the data that they have downloaded via, say, OneDrive for the company versus their personal OneDrive, as well as, any documents that they've downloaded from their corporate account, and that's how we kind of distinguish company data from personal data. I'm not sure if we have a specific session on device management. It should be in that list if we do, and they would be able to go into more details about that.
Do you know where I can get more info on that?
Yeah, so any device management session that we have, if you want to stick around, I can see if I can search and see the specific session that you should go to.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Hello, I just had a question about the disabled user feature that you guys showed. Do you know exactly what it's disabling? Is it just access to the mailbox? Like, we go through a whole process of disabling EAS and like different client access settings when we terminate a user or someone leaves. So I was just curious exactly what that button is doing in the UI.
So are you talking about the block user feature?
Right, well, yeah, I think it was block or disable, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think I have the person in the room that is working specifically on that feature, but I think when you block the user, it kind of resets all of their passwords, and so they're not able to get into, for instance, Exchange or their OneDrive accounts after you block them, and so any access that they have to the company data via our apps would be blocked at that point.
Okay, all right, thank you.
Hi, are you going to release the new team statistic through the graph reporting API?
Yes. Yes. The new Teams report will become available in the Graph Reporting API about, I think, the normal process is 1 or 2 weeks later after the report becomes available. So by the end of October, it should be in there as well.
Great, thank you.
Hi. In regard of the geolocation, is it only for the mailbox, or will it also be for the endpoint with EOP for mail flow?
So it's only for the mailbox. The endpoints will be automatically discovered by the application. So as long as you're locally egressing into the Microsoft Global Network, the end user will not really see any difference in how they access Office 365 applications. The endpoints will automatically get updated on the client as a part of this mailbox relocation process.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I have a two-part question about the multi-geo. First, what about Africa? Because I have several offices in Africa, and right now I actually have a virtual server in Azure in the Europe data center. that seem to be working well for them. Is multi-geo, would I be able to still use the Europe data center to move there?
So we don't have multi-geo available in Africa today.
Yeah.
We've announced data center operations in South Africa, but multi-geo is not a part of that program. Europe is certainly an option. We've got both local country regions in Europe, like the United Kingdom and France, and as well as the whole EMEA region, which also serves as a specific region for storing your user data. So you have the option of either choosing a country or a particular region in Europe.
Okay, great. And the second part is, when you're talking about the user data, this is really mostly just like mailboxes in OneDrive. It doesn't really pertain to the actual, for example, a SharePoint site. The people in Africa have a really hard time accessing SharePoint because it's based here in the States, and it's very slow for them. I don't guess this multi-geo would really help in that aspect, would it?
So our initial approach is to go with Exchange and OneDrive for Business. That's what we're going to launch with and go GA with early next year. Our part two of the approach is to use it for shared resources, like your Office 365 groups and your SharePoint Online sites.
Okay.
Again, I want to caution you around multi-geo is not a panacea for your networking woes.
Yeah.
I would look at how you're egressing into the Microsoft Global Network. I just came running from another session where we sort of expanded on our connectivity plane. I'd encourage you to do that. I can give you the session name here in a second.
Okay, great, thank you.
Yeah, cheers.
Sure. So we do audits every year of the active users that we have in our account. Is there a way for reports to filter license types like E3, E2 licenses to, I guess, pull up all the active users for all E2, all E3, in order to determine which accounts are no longer of use, et cetera?
Yes, you can do that. There is, in the reports page, there is a report, active users in general.
Yeah.
And when you go in there, there is a column for the license that those people have. And you can just, by default, it doesn't show all the columns, but you can add columns to that report. And you can show the column that shows the last activity date for that person. And then if you just filter that, you can export that to CSV. And then if you filter that to where the column is empty, that means they haven't been active in that time frame.
Okay.
In regards to multi-geo, when we first initiated our contract with through the enterprise agreement for Office 365, we were specifically told that the tenant must reside in the same region where we signed the contract for Office 365. Does multi-geo follow that same restriction, or is multi-geo truly global for a global organization?
So multi-geo will respect your contract that you've signed. So any place you instantiate your Office 365 tenant, say for instance you start your tenant in the United States, we commit to storing your data at rest in the United States. That does not change with multi-geo. We will still continue to commit storing your data at rest within the United States. All you're doing with multi-geo is basically extending your tenant, spanning it across other geos that you've chosen, and we're committing to store data at rest in those geos for specific users. So you could say that, hey, Anne is in North America, I'm going to store Anne's data in North America. Samir is in Australia, his data needs to go in Australia. So you're really basically adding more data at rest locations onto your existing Office 365 tenant.
But what the example you just gave spanned Microsoft regions.
Right. That's right. Yeah.
So which one is it? You just said two different things.
No, all I did say was that you're taking your existing Office 365 tenant and giving it the ability to store data in more than one region. And now that is going to be contractually committed to you as well. Okay? And then you decide, as the company administrator, as your compliance officer, as to whose data needs to go into what region. So if you've got commitments to store user data only in the United States, then you're not going to enable your tenant with multi-geo capabilities. If you've got data residency requirements that span other regions around the world, that's when you're going to enable your tenant with multi-geo, and that's going to give you the ability of moving data between geo A and geo B.
Okay, the restriction is not a restriction that I'm placing, it's a restriction that Microsoft placed on us.
Right.
From a contractual point of view.
Absolutely. This is the addition of multi-geo to your tenant is a brand new contract. It basically overrides your existing contract, but we're still committing to storing your data at rest wherever the tenant was instantiated. The only difference is we're giving you other geos where you can add and move data between A and B. So it's a contract addendum. If you do not enable multi-geo in your tenant, it still continues to respect whatever we've set in the online services terms, which say that if you instantiate your tenant in the United States, we're going to store your data at rest in the United States. I don't think I'm very clear to you. I'm happy to, if you want to wait for a couple minutes, I'm happy to talk to you about it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hi, we're actively leveraging the Exchange Online multi-geo preview and running into some issues with it, and we're actively working with the Yammer group for that. But I saw SharePoint was coming up for multi-geo. What about Teams chat? Where is that stored? Is that part of that, or is it going to be handled differently?
Yeah, our eventual North Star is to have multi-geo enabled for a lot of Office 365 services. Okay. We're in conversations with other product groups such as Teams. As of now, we don't have any commitments from the Teams team to store data at rest in a multi-geo fashion. We should have an update in the next few months as to where that project is heading. But that is the North Star, is to bring Teams under the fold as well. As you can see, Microsoft has a heavy focus on Teams, so we want that to be a part of our program as well. Okay. Teams already does some of it, but we don't contractually commit to it because Teams is sort of a Swiss knife of Exchange, SharePoint, and OneDrive for Business. Yeah. So you automatically derive and get those data residency capabilities. We don't have any solid commitments to that as of now. It's only for Exchange and OneDrive for Business.
Are there any other sessions about multi-geo or going into that?
We've got a bunch of sessions coming up. Yeah, so just search for the word multi-geo and you should see our sessions. You can also go to aka.ms/multi-geo and that should give you a rendition of the number of sessions we're running. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah, cheers.
Yes, please.
With the new Skype and Teams admin center, are you guys looking at adding a new service role, like for Skype and or Teams? So today there's no service role in 365 for Skype. So basically, if I'm a user account administrator, I have God mode in Skype Online.
There is a Skype admin.
No, not in the admin center.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-mm. Now there's a TechNet. I got the TechNet. Unless something changed recently, I even had the TechNet article where it shows.
I was pretty sure. Let me check on that. I'll give you my card.
Okay.
Because I was pretty sure there is a Skype admin. Maybe something has changed.
Just one for
Let me look into that.
Yeah, we have it for SharePoint. We have it for Exchange.
Yeah.
But like we have, so like we have help desk personnel, right? We give them user account admins so they can provision people. But let's say, right, so we're not like open federated for Skype.
Yeah.
But they, we have a process.
Let me give you my card and I'll look into that.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
I have a question about the offboarding process. Is there a way to delegate that so that I can have like a security controls group handle that for emergency departs, stuff like that?
Yeah, so right now that's going to be available inside of the admin center, but it's good feedback that you'd like to delegate that. And so I think we could look into how we could give, for instance, a security admin the access to do that offboarding user task.
Okay, cool, thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I have an easy one. Are these slides available?
Yes,
Awesome.
all of the slides you can download them, and I think you have access to them somewhere. I know definitely on the tech community, all of the slides are available to be downloaded. Yes.
This might be just a basic question related to the Office 365 migrations. When we do acquisitions and mergers, and the companies might be on other platforms. We already have an Office 365 tenant, but the company that we take over, let's say they are on Google or let's say on some other platforms. The migration tools and things that is provided by Microsoft at times does a lot of throttling, and at the same time, Microsoft tools are not, I probably have not explored much in which migration becomes easier. Is there any recommendations what tools I should use, and how do I deal with the throttling part of it, like wherein I can plan and strategize better?
Exactly, that's what I was just thinking. Have you been working with the Fast Track team?
No.
Okay. If and I assume your organization probably has more than 50 users?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
It's an enterprise.
Yes. So then I'll give you my card. I would like to connect you with the Fast Track team. The Fast Track teams actually have architects around the world that help you to migrate to Office 365. So they will be able to sit down with you and plan it out completely.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah,
Thank you.
and just to close on the Skype for Business admin role, there is a Skype for Business admin role. Let me just switch back here. There is a Skype for Business admin role in the admin center. Because I'm number 7. There we go. So there is a Skype for Business admin role that you can already assign in the admin center today. So, easy, but let's still follow up. Yes, please.
Just a real quick question. Right now, when we have the user administration, one of the features under OneDrive that we really like is that if we have a breach of an individual user, we can force them out of current sessions for OneDrive. That's all current sessions. Is there any possibility we can have that to force them out of everything? Because there's a specific thing that says initiate or force them out of the sessions for OneDrive if they were breached for some reason. They have cache credentials or whatever, and it invalidates their token. But there's a way to do it through PowerShell, but I was wondering if there's a way to do it through the actual admin interface. And if not, that would be a very nice feature to have underneath the individual users.
I'm not sure, I haven't heard of that feature in the admin center. That would be something that you'd probably find in the security and compliance center. But I don't think, I haven't seen it like as a feature in the interface yet.
Okay, but do you know what I'm talking about for the OneDrive part? So when you click on a user, you can click under OneDrive and there's a force initiate shutdown? Okay. So if they
it's
do
definitely
that.
also, it's good feedback. Also, if you're attending any of the security and compliance center sessions, definitely those are the right people to take that feedback as well. Thank you. Oh, okay. Unfortunately, we have to at least give up the stage. We're of course happy to answer your questions. Let's just quickly let us quickly pack up.